This is Good Shepherd Sunday. I think we've all seen renditions of the Good Shepherd. Usually very lily white, perfectly white sheep. I don't think it's natural to be that lily white for sheep and shepherds. But churches have them in stained glass windows. I don't think we have anything around here with the Good Shepherd. If it is, I can't remember. But anyway, we've seen renditions, stained glass, pictures, paintings, statues of Jesus, the Good Shepherd. So we have an image in our head. Jesus uses this image to explain his love. I am the Good Shepherd. And he contrasts that with those who have no interest in the good of others. It's important when we image God, we image Jesus as a Good Shepherd. Because a lot of our imaging of God is not warm and fuzzy. It is very strict and severe. And these images, these warm images given to us in the scriptures, are to shape our faith in the God in whom we believe and whom we love and who loves us in Jesus Christ is like a shepherd tending the sheep. These are images that don't speak to us in the modern world if we're not in that category of employment or in a part of the world where that still goes on. But let's talk about shepherding. It's about caring. And think about the number of people in your life as you scan back, as far back as you can go in your memory. Who are the people who have cared for you, shepherded you, been concerned about you, without whom you and I would not be who we are today? Parents, starts in family, extended family, friends, co-workers, those who have mentored us, those who have counseled us, those who have taken care of us in our illness, those who have done a million things for us. They have shepherded us. It's about love. We are who we are because we have been loved. All of that, all of those human memories are to be a window into the Good Shepherd. They are the people whom God has sent into our lives in his name to shepherd us. Let us recall that with gratitude today and realize too that our mission, whether we choose to accept it or not, is to mentor, shepherd, care for others. Let's draw a line on the sheet of paper and let's think of careful and careless. Full of care and little care. My image of the careless, as I've mentioned a couple times in the past, I'm already repeating myself now, is the man on the roof when we were building the church at St. Margaret Mary's in Lower Borough with the t-shirt. I wear this shirt when I don't care what I'm doing. And he was building the church. I never saw his face, but I'll never forget the shirt. And I hope he burned it. Would you hire a person wearing a shirt like that? But at any rate, the careless, we can joke about it, but where would we be if everything was about the lack of care? To the degree that is missing in our lives, we are skewed one way or the other, and it's not good. Who are the people full of care who care for us? The ones we just mentioned. In the church, we use this pastoral language. When Bishop Brandt sent me to Murraysville, he didn't say, go and cut the grass. Go and love those people. Shepherd them. That is my mission as pastor to you. We must do that for each other, and there are times when I have to ask you to do it for me. And you have done that in these last days as I brought my mother for Christian burial. The outpouring from this parish has been overwhelming. Thank you. I'll never, never forget this. There are times when we need to be shepherded, and imagine not having it when we need it. And then there are times when we must return the compliment. And my mission is to care for you in the very same way that you have done for me, but in the role as your pastor. We got a new diocesan shepherd this week, a new bishop, Bishop Edward Malesic, who is a pastor and a priest of the Diocese of Harrisburg. You may have seen it was announced on Friday morning. Seems to be a pretty good Joe. He told us, he says, this was not on my screen. He got a phone call. The secretary came to him and said, there's some guy who speaks Italian on the phone. He'd already had the caller ID, so he had a clue what was coming. The Vatican embassy, the apostolic nuncio in Washington makes the phone call. Father, how are you? He said, I don't get calls from the Vatican about my health. Pope Francis once has asked you to be the Bishop of Greensburg. He said, there was silence. He said he was very patient. And finally he said, I believe this is the Holy Father, if he's asking, this is from God, this is my mission. I say yes. And it was announced on Friday. He told us when he told his father, who is 97 years old and drives, whom he said he will not allow to drive to Greensburg. When he told his 97-year-old father he was just named the Bishop of Greensburg, his dad said, do you make more money? He'll get a few more headaches, I can tell you that. But this pastoring is about that. He will lead us in shepherding the 4 counties of the diocese. So he is the shepherd of the whole, and I, as the pastor here, and every priest in every parish, are really arms of the bishop. We do this collaboratively as a local church in these 4 counties. Pittsburgh is another, that's under Bishop Zubik, the 6 counties of the Pittsburgh diocese. But we talk about our life in the church from a pastoral point of view, rooted in this gospel today. Shepherding. That is our mission here as a parish. And that, because we are members of this group and are pastored and shepherded, hopefully, then we are strengthened to go about the shepherding role that we have with each other every day, in family, at work, in the workplace, in the world in which we live. We are called to bring this care, not careless attitude, careful, full of care attitude to those whom God sends us every day. To the degree that we are faithful to that mission, even to the point of major sacrifice, God's kingdom is furthered. And we only do this once in a lifetime. And the goal, and I think at the end of our lives, at my mother's funeral and at the funerals of all of our loved ones, what do? We tell stories. And of course, the longer you tell them, the better they get. What do we talk about? How they shepherded us. Not the earth-shattering things, but how they were there for us when it mattered. And we would not be who we are without them. Let us be grateful for those who have been God's gift to us in that way, all of us. And let us strive with God's grace, with the grace given to us by the Good Shepherd.